Most sci-fi horror makes you afraid of what's out there. Coherence makes you afraid of yourself. 8 friends, a dinner party, a comet overhead, the lights go out, and from that moment, the film never lets you go. What I love immediately about this film is how it feels. Loose, almost improvised. People talk over each other, interrupt, banter about nothing that matters. Doesn't feel like a movie. Feels like you've walked into someone's house at the wrong moment. And then the questions start. What's happening? How do you fix it? And the further things go, the worse the answers get. There's a box. It contains something it shouldn't. And nobody asks the questions you want most answered. And that quiet dread. That creeping realization that this situation is beyond anyone's control. That's where the film lives. And I love that. Here's what Coherence does that most films like this don't. It doesn't info dump. It doesn't have a scientist character turn the camera and explain the plot. Information arrives the way it would in real life. A throwaway mention, a runaway theory, a casual story about the last time that comet came through, and the film just trusts you to keep up. These aren't geniuses. They're not running equations or saving the day. They're normal people in an abnormal situation, and most of what they do is reactionary, which honestly is kind of refreshing, kind of terrifying. Because at its core, coherence is a scientific concept meeting a game theory problem, dressed as a dinner party. And the characters are too panicked to actually play it well. But here's where I have to be honest with you. For long stretches, the film is essentially 8 people reiterating that they don't know what's happening, they don't know what to do. Which, fair enough, neither would I, but this is a movie, and that has a ceiling. The most active any character gets is right at the end, and that sequence is genuinely unsettling. It just arrives a little too late. But here's the thing, when it works, it really works. Think of it like an onion. A crisis unfolding layer by layer, and the further you peel it back, the worse it gets. With each development, everyone gets more confused, more tense, more lost. Where Star Trek would have the crew racing to find a solution, where Rod Serling would step in with a moral. Coherence just enjoys being messy. It doesn't want to explain itself, it doesn't want to reassure. And that quiet dread, that creeping realization that this situation is beyond anyone's control. That's where the film lives, and I love that. I assure you, the ordinary and the unknown. That's Coherence. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it and what you thought happened at the end.